My background is science. I was born in a scientific family and raised in a scientific environment, and then went to do masters in a very good lab in Germany and do PhD here in Edinburgh. So the thing that really helped me in my science were really that my mother was arranging things for me and really like pushing to the front, and all the people I worked with, like the groups, there was a lot of collaborations and stuff, and that's how we managed to publish all these high-profile papers. But then when I really started to asking myself, okay, what is it that I really want, is that I started to find, like opportunities just started to come up. So I found really good coaches and mentors. So it was women that achieved themselves quite a lot, and they were sharing with me. So I was investing into working with them, the money, but in return I was getting like amazing advice, and they were teaching me like to really really look into what is my own power, and what can I do with this life, what is my passion, how can I follow this passion despite of what everyone else says. Yeah, the opportunities I've got for science were just amazing, because I was just like climbing this career ladder from master's to PhD to postdoc to my personal fellowship with the National Academy of Science here in UK, and publishing all these papers and getting that prize. So, and I was called like a rising star of crystallography, and I know this, and it's kind of tough to kind of turn around and say, actually, but I don't want that. Thank you very much. I just really want to just start from scratch and start exploring this. So when I started exploring what my passions are, the real opportunities that I saw is that I found this like a group of inspirational women, like mentors to women. There was this woman that I found, she calls herself a mentor to women who are changing the world. And it's like, yeah, I'm on it. So, and the stuff I learned from her was just amazing. So it just all went from that. It's like, okay. The problems I needed to overcome to be where I am now, there were plenty of them. So my scientific career was going well, was going up, but my personal life was basically non-existent. I was very unhappy, and I was starting to ask myself questions. Okay, can you do both? Can you be a successful research scientist and be happy? And the people around me didn't seem very happy in all aspects of their lives. They had lots of struggles as well. So I was starting asking these questions, but I was going down and down. So I went through a depression, a long depression, where I basically didn't want to leave. But I don't know, like lucky enough that I just got up that day and went to seek help. So I started to work with psychotherapists first, and then with coaches. So first I kind of sort out the basic issues, and then I started to work with coaches, and that was already like kind of a personal growth and really up-leveling my life. Okay, so I think I'm quite lucky that a lot of things these days give me inspiration. And so one of them is my children. And when I had my family, it's really basically changed my life. But I was also lucky to come across some like parenting movement of parenting belief that your children can be your friends and your partners, and we really built a very trusting relationship with them, and the parenting that we have is just fun. So I have a lucky saying, and it's life loves me. And it makes me feel like cuddly and warm and cozy, and it's always better than any negative thoughts I might be having. And it's really helps me when I go and help people or go through my own stuff. So the advice I wanted to give to other women who are starting their own business is really look at what your passion is. And it's something that's so typical to women, that we are so trying to please others, and we're so trying to do what others tell us or think what others would think about us. It's so typical to us. So just to start and think, okay, what is real I really enjoy, what I really like doing, what is my passion is. When I started to ask these questions myself, I realized that I don't know. So I actually took time to explore what my passions are. And that's from this, it was my blog was born, all my workshops, and now the whole business was born just from this question: what is it that I like doing? So that would be my advice. Just ask yourself this question.